looking forward to the challenge ahead, heading to Vandy, team that beat us a year ago. They're coming off a very difficult loss. I have a ton of respect for Coach Lee and Vanderbilt and the way he's building that program. You know, I said it a year ago on the Wednesday leading up to our game that how much I respected how hard they play. And anytime you play that hard, you have a great opportunity to win. And we expect the same thing this week from them, to bounce back and play extremely tough at home. And we got to get the early start. So we've just got to worry about ourselves, have a great week of practice, and clean up some things. I believe we made some gains a week ago. We improved in certain areas. In certain areas, we got to continue to find that consistency that we're looking for. So I'll open it up for questions.
First up is Steve Moulton at WZZN.
Hey, Coach, how are you today?
Good, Steve. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. In terms of playing clean, what was that Akron game the cleanest that you guys played this year?
It was an improvement, and it's still aggravating because we had a couple snap issues that put us behind the chains. We had a holding call that brought back an explosive touchdown pass, and so you know there's quite a bit of room for improvement, but it's always one of those situations when you get into work on Sunday that it's never quite as good as you think and never quite as bad. It felt frustrating again watching it on the field. You know, in live time there, but after watching the film, I do definitely see some improvements and a lot to build on. We just gotta, you know, with our style and the way we're pro style and the number of plays and all those things, we really can't squander opportunities. You know, with the play clock the way it is, and with our style, the game goes relatively fast. You're not getting a ton of possessions, so you gotta maximize those.
And forgive me, Coach, I bet you were asked about Ray Davis in your press conference, but with this being kind of full circle for him, what has Ray Davis meant for your program this year, Coach?
Yeah, Ray has been a very good player for us, very consistent. You know, he gives us that strong physical style that we're looking for, but he also can make some people miss, as it's been evident by the explosive runs that he's had and explosive pass catches as well, catching runs. So he's made a big difference for us. He's really done a great job as far as a leader, and you know, he's played a lot of football in the SEC, so he knows what he's getting into. And I'm sure it'll be a different challenge for him this week. He just got to stay within himself and play the game like he knows how to play. I mean, it was quite aggravating for myself to sit there and have to watch last year's film and see what he did against us and how well he played. So he's just got to go, you know, play, do what he's capable of, and trust his teammates.
Thank you, Coach.
Yep, thank you.
Safety Statum of the AP and Kelly Show.
Hey, Coach, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful, thanks. How are you?
Oh, good, Coach. Thank you. Say, Coach, how would you assess Devin Leary so far after these first three games?
Yeah, Devin is a guy that I still have tremendous confidence in, and he a lot like a lot of our players have done some really good things at times, and has been fractions off at others. So, you know, I think he's going to get better with every opportunity, with each game, and we know the competition improves as we, you know, head into this conference play this week. But we've got to play good around him. You know, it's never all on the quarterback, and all eyes are on the quarterback at all times. But you know, we have to play better around him at times, and that consistency is the word that keeps on popping up.
Coach, what's been the best part of your defense so far?
Well, you know, we've given up, you know, some yards here and there, but the defense has done a nice job of keeping people out of the end zone, and that's the key with points per game and yards. And so I think we improved this past week in third down efficiency, and we got to continue to elevate that and get off the field on third down.
Excited to compete against Kentucky. Obviously, that presents a great challenge to us. I think we're right now mentally, emotionally beat up and physically beat up, and Saturday's game will be an indicator of how quickly we're able to move past disappointment and step right back into the present and into our belief in what we can accomplish here, because everything that we are looking to do as a team and for this season is out in front of us. You know, we're 2-2, and we've had two different disappointing losses back to back, but we know there's a higher level performance for us out there, and it's our responsibility now to go find it. And there's a lot that we can clean up on our end to put pressure on the opponent. We're going to need to do that this weekend, and also have some guys step up in roles for injured players to have a chance to get the outcome we want against Kentucky. Kentucky's a good team. They've built that for sustained success, and Coach Stoops does a great job, and we'll have our work cut out for us. But we are excited to do it, and we're glad to be back home, and so far I've had a good week of prep.
Our first question comes from Ben Harrelson of USA Today.
Hey, Coach. Hope you're doing well today. Big matchup with Kentucky, like you mentioned, and Coach Cohen is a really good offensive mind. You're a really good defensive mind. Just want to get your opinion on how hard it is to prepare, not just him running some of those running back mesh concepts, or because you see mesh being ran through various different offenses in various different ways. But just your opinion, how hard is it to prepare for mesh, or even the way that Coach Cohen does run that and execute that?
Well, they're obviously very challenging. They have good skill, first of all, and I think they've done a really nice job there of supplementing the roster they had through the portal, and they've added some critical pieces in the line, in skill positions, at the quarterback position, and so they challenge you with their personnel, and then obviously Coach Cohen does a great job with the scheme. And there's lines of pro style offense all the way through it. You know, you got reduced formation, shifts and motions, multiple tight ends aligned in different locations to do different things. And the challenge defensively is first of all, understanding how they're using formation to create space, to get you in certain leverages, to find open windows to throw the ball, how they're moving you with shifts and motions to try to establish run game and leverage in the run game. I think they're really good at that. And then there's been creative, ways just to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers too. And all of those things, and they do it in a different way, right? We could line up, last week it was 2 back option stuff. We played against Hawaii that, is run and shoot style offense. Wake Forest is a slow mesh. I feel like in college football every week you're seeing something different. This would be a little more traditional, but the things that make it complex are everything I just said. And when you're doing that with good personnel, you really have to be structured and disciplined defensively, and you got to know what you're doing too, because if you don't, then they can create explosives and really play keep away from you, and that could be make for a frustrating game.
All right, thank you, Coach.
You betcha.